Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
In this sacred manual of power manifestation, which serves as a scriptural authority containing the Shastra Pramanas, eternal unchangeable truths, Apta Pramanas, Atma Pramanas, Sakshi Pramanas, and Prataksha Pramanas, we present to you the various powers of Paramashiva. By this, we place before humanity the supreme authenticity of the power manifestation science established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Nityananda Paramashivam. Paramashiva has systematically revealed these powers in their purest forms as various techniques and revelations to experience pure oneness with Paramashiva. As a direct experience of oneness with Paramashiva, his Shaktis powerfully manifest in an initiated being at different levels of human consciousness, physicality, physiology, psychology, and neurology permanently. We offer these power manifestation manuals to celebrate your experience of oneness with the Supreme Paramashiva. Nityanandam.
Nityanandam, Jnanapadati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. His Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation. Not just creation getting created. Even sustenance need to be created. Destruction need to be created. And pulling out of delusion need to be created. Liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has his 5 phase, Ishana Murti has his 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 phases of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva Now, who is His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam has made Science of Power Manifestation Yoga temple-based university for humanity, Sovijian Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam and Nityananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nityananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time-capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamala Pita Sarvanya Pita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Surya Vamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagwan now explains who is His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity which is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness Nityananda Paramashivam, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state.
Nityananda Jnana Padati for the power of body scanning, scanning the self. Powerful cognition from Living Enlightenment, Bhagavan Satsang.
See, the desire pattern will become many only when you fulfill one desire. When you fulfill one desire, will become two desire. When two is fulfilled, it will become 10. Desire multiplies only after your actions supporting them. Guilt multiplies if you think about them again and again. Please understand, desire pattern will multiply only if you support them with action. Guilt pattern will multiply if you support them with your mind, with your thought. Pen down. All of you understand, internalize. But pain pattern, you neither need to support it physically nor need to support it mentally. It grows and expands by its very nature. That is like a you may call it rats or cats or whatever name you may give, mosquitoes, how it just multiplies by itself. That is the way the pain pattern multiplies. One small thing, understand this, see, usually when there is a pain happens in you, physical pain, mental pain, emotional pain, all three. Physical pain, all of you know. Mental pain means when your ego is hurt. I am not respected. I am not given the respect I am worthy of. And emotional pain means the pain which you are, if somebody, you trust somebody and they break your trust, they cheat you. That is emotional pain. Any pain, it stays like a particle in your being. I can call it biomemory. Please understand, it stays, these are all the pain biomemories. Next time, even when there is a remembrance of pain or the moments where you had pain pain shower happens in your system, whenever the pain shower happens, that shower gets filled in this biomemory and starts multiplying. 1 becomes 2. See this 2, now this 2 point also is now ready to be a pain receiver. Because now more pain receivers exist. Even if a small remembrance or the associated items of pain, if they come across in your life, this one more pain shower and they become more pain receivers. You understand how it multiplies. You don't need to support mentally the pain. You don't need to support physically the pain. You see, with the desire, you need to support physically. If you have the desire of eating, for example, you have the desire of eating ice cream. Once you support, the desire will multiply. It will go for, oh, why not this music? Why not this television? When we fulfill them, then it multiplies into 6, 7. Physical action multiplies greed, mental support multiplies guilt, but for pain, you don't need to even mentally support. Who wants pain? But just by its own remembrance of itself, it multiplies the pain receivers in your biomemory. When there is a more pain receivers in your biomemory, even the slight remembrance, the automatic remembrance creates more and more intense pain. All of you are able to catch what I am saying? See, in your biomemory, for example, this hand pain idea is there in your biomemory. For some reason, even if you remember this hand pain, somebody having the hand pain, and you remember, do I have now? I used to have. That is enough. Immediately the pain receivers multiply. And if you see somebody having a bandage in their hand for fracture reason, again, now the pain flow is received by more pain receivers. Without you cooperating physically, mentally, they go on multiply in your system and create stronger and stronger pains. All of you are able to understand what I am saying? How the pain multiplies and goes on expanding itself without your cooperation. Pain is the most fundamental emotion. Please understand. Most fundamental thought pattern, most fundamental emotion. Why, you know? First, your experience about the world is pain. The moment you come out of your mother's womb, where you are just swimming and floating for 10 months, in a complete comfort, you don't need to go for job, education, nothing. Food is supplied, life is supplied, air is supplied, everything is comfortable. Somehow suddenly you are pushed out as if unwanted, and where you land, some rough hands pick you up from the leg and beat you. Tabal. Just imagine somebody comes to your house as a guest and you lock the door. 2, 3 of you round him up and tamal. What will happen? In our young pregnancy, I have designed a unique way of bringing up enlightened beings, how the pregnancy time they should be taken care, how the delivery should be there. I am very clear, no question of beating the kids. They will start breathing automatically. When they come out, beautifully they can be made to breathe without beating them. Your first experience, unfortunately, is pain, deep pain and despair. So your whole mechanism is tend to move towards pain. It just tend to move towards the pain. We will work on all the pain patterns you are carrying. It's almost like you are going to write your whole life, because anything you remember will be pain. If there is no pain, you will not remember that in your life. Look into your life. If there is no pain associated with it, it is forgotten. The gap between two pains is always forgotten. That is your joy. Anything you remember, your boundary stones are always pain. So it's almost like you are going to write your whole biography. Your whole biography. Then you will work on bringing these pain patterns out.
That how we are in the different patterns and how Bhagavan gives us such powerful cognition about the pain pattern, desire pattern, greed pattern. Now let's go to the Shastra Pramana.
स्वदेहे जगतो वापि सूक्ष्म सूक्ष्मतराणि च तत्त्वानि यानि निलयं ध्यात्वान्ते व्यज्यते परा.
Vijnana Bhairava, Sutra 54, Dharana 31. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest consecutive principle of your whole body or the whole universe simultaneously consist of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in the source cause, Sadashiva, Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts and the ultimate universal divine power, Parashakti, Paradevi, is revealed and the supreme power manifestation happens. So beautifully here, Bhagavan gives us how when it is desire pattern, it keeps multiplying more and more. We start experiencing it physically. The five senses want more and more. Same way the guilt pattern mentally want more and more to feel the victimhood. But in terms of pain, it just learns and starts multiplying. Such a beautiful, powerful cognition that how our body and mind functions when we are not in the desire. That is why all the people who wants to have enlightened move out of the worldly things so they don't have desire. Such a beautiful story where one of the rishis go all the way to the bottom of the ocean where he wants to be out of desire and starts meditating. Then he sees the male fishes, female fishes, and the children fishes, and then says, I want to marry and I want to have society. And he comes back and marries queens and continues his journey. The beauty is wherever go, it is not the outside which is to be renounced. It's the inside understanding that the desire can never fulfill us. It is like in your dream, if you eat an ice cream, it can never fulfill you in your reality. And that is why we need more and more to see if it will fulfill. We go on doing more and more of it to see if it is more fulfilling or more victimhood, more painful. But finally we come to a conclusion, nothing more can make us painful or more desire fulfilled or victimhood can ever happen, because nothing touches the supreme. That is what he says here very beautifully. They are absorbed in the source. By the experience of restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts and ultimate universal divine power, Parashakti, is revealed and supreme power manifestation happens. All that is we go on craving is like chasing a shadow. Bhagavan says, you go on taking care of an old woman who's really in bed and full of your lifetime. And at end of your life, she just disappears and you understand she was never there. And what happens? You are fighting with something which doesn't even exist. You're craving for something which doesn't even exist. You're trying to fulfill from something which doesn't even exist. Such beautiful, powerful cognition that Bhagavan has given. Let's move to the Apta Pramana. The Apta Pramana of two Rakshasas invite Agastya Muni to their hut. They plan to eat him, Vatapi and Nali, to their hut. They plan to eat him, Vatapi and Nali. One Rakshasa turned into mango fruit and the other would serve the mango fruit to the Muni. The Rakshasa standing outside would call, Vatapi, come out. Then the Rakshasa inside the stomach is supposed to tear the stomach and come out. But Agastya scanned the Rakshasas inside the stomach and digest them. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 8. To their home. And they say, okay, we are going to serve you some nice food. So they go outside and one of them become the mango and Agastya eats the mango. Agastya was able to do a self-scanning of the mango and he eats. He knows very well the mango will become again into the Rakshasa. In the stomach, he digested the Rakshasa. Now he's calling out, Vatapi, come out, Vatapi, come out. And now he gets angry, Vatapi is not coming out. I have digested him. What can I do? Agastya Muni beautifully says. And he says, by doing this, they have destroyed so many people. That's not correct. And he corrects them and liberates them. The Apta Pramana. Now he does a self-scanning of his stomach to digest the Rakshasa. Here, Atma Pramana. Bhagavan beautifully narrates his Leela. I was sitting at the foothills of Arunachala, where I was born and brought up. It was a full moon day, evening. Suddenly, something opened up in me. I could see and feel how much I'm alive inside. I was feeling I'm alive outside my skin, everything on the rock. I was sitting, tree, everything next to me, the temple next to me, the hillock around me, the sky above me, the moon. I felt I'm alive in everything around me. Bhagavan beautifully narrates in his own words.
To look into the depth of who is having pain, the same frequency, the same depth, I was feeling I am alive, outside my skin, everything, in everything. On the rock I was sitting, the trees next to me, the temple near me, the hillock around me, the sky above me, and the moon, sun which was setting, moon which was rising. I felt I am alive in everything around me. Everything around me is alive just like my body. See how all of you feel you are alive inside your skin with the same depth and the same frequency. I felt I am alive completely with everything around me, and I could see everything around me. The 360 degree above and below, side, everything I could see without turning my head, without opening my eyes. With closed eyes, I could see everything, complete 360 degree around me, and I could experience I am alive with everything around me. So this experience made me realize we are one with the whole cosmos. Whether we want it or not, the truth is we are whole. We are one with the whole cosmos. The cosmos is one with us. This experience awakened a very powerful knowledge and vision, clarity in me. I was able to understand everything expressed, whether in the Vedic scriptures, Upanishads, or Bible, or the sacred spiritual scriptures. I was able to realize all the truths described in the sacred scriptures, and I was able to vibrate with those expressions of the sacred scriptures. I can say this experience opened the intense energy flow. It opened me to the metaphysical world and the powerful healing energy flow, and it gave me tremendous confidence, courage, love, life, and experience of enlightenment.
Shakshi Pramanas are all the initiated disciple devotees all around the world manifesting the powers of body scanning and demonstrating and sharing their testimonials.
I'm an Adinavasi at Nityananda Peetham, Bengaluru, Adinam, and I live here with my guru, Swamiji Paramahamsa Nityananda. I just finished the Sada Shivatva Adinavasi training program, so if you are interested in living at an Adinam, do a little third eye story. So here the guru gives out third eye awakening to everyone. But it's up to each individual to do the work necessary to use it. And so, it's one of the things I've been really using a lot, particularly the body scan, because that is one that a lot of people are interested in, and that seems to help a lot of people. And I also do it on myself. And so I have had all sorts of mystery health problems for years and years and years and years and years. And being here and going through the training and doing yoga has helped with those problems a lot. But there's still some things coming up. For example, the past few days I have had really exceptional fatigue and tiredness. Now, fatigue and tiredness is something that I have had since probably 2001. In 2002, I received a diagnosis of fibromyalgia because of fatigue and chronic pain. Later on, I think it was probably 2009-ish, they undiagnosed me with it, but the fatigue continued. And so here, I have had a lot more energy because of being in the guru's energy, because of the spiritual energy of this place, of the landscape, of the grounds. And also because I'm staying busy, I'm not feeling depressed. We've done all of this personal introspective work, which I think has cleared up a lot of energy that had been trapped by old traumas and, negative feelings, that was cleared up. And so I have more energy because of that. And I was so tired and I was just having the worst stomach cramps. So I just kind of curled up and took a nap. So at some point in time, when I was falling asleep or when I was waking up, or, I was trying to meditate and not sleep, at some point in time I had my third eye gave me a ping, ping, and I received the information from the cosmos, from Sadashiva himself, that my fatigue was from my digestion. That my digestion is slow, and when my digestion gets slow, my energy level goes down, my whole body slows down. And so what I needed to do to remedy that was to take an afternoon dose of this herb called haritaki. Normally we take Haritaki at night, and I have, for a while I was taking one Haritaki dose at night and then one during the day, and so I need to start taking one during the day again. That not only will that stimulate my digestion, but it will also energize me. I'll have to do a whole video on Haritaki. It's a really fascinating, ancient, powerful, sacred herb that's used. So take an extra dose of Haritaki during the day, but a small dose, not a large one. And also to drink more water. That drinking more water would also help stimulate my digestion.
Beautiful Apta Pramana, Atma Pramana, and Shakshi Pramana. Let's start manifesting the power. Go through the instruction clearly, vividly, and understand the instruction how to manifest the body scanning. Go through the Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study behind the body scanning, and start the power manifestation.
Prataksha Pramana. Scientific studies, what can be measured, measuring the effect of being in enlightenment state, healing visible on brain activity. On April of 2005, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam met with Dr. William Collins, a leading researcher and neurofeedback specialist in St. Louis, USA. He requested to study the brain activity of Swamiji along with that of a patient at the time he was healing the latter. The patient was injured in a car accident 10 years earlier and consequently suffered from affected nerves. "The world is not going to believe this," exclaimed Dr. Collins at seeing the outstanding observations recorded. Source taken from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 1, an introduction, page 60 and 61, paragraph title, During Healing. Now, we will watch a video presenting the scientific research and discovered phenomena on Swamiji during the healing meditation and enlightenment.
Like most enlightened masters, one of the unique gifts that Nityananda has to offer to humanity is healing, called as Nitya spiritual healing. Nitya spiritual healing has been baffling the medical world, healing people from migraine to cancer. He has personally touched and healed thousands of people all over the world. Nityananda participates and encourages scientific researchers to derive evidences for meditation and healing through meditation. Research has been done on the brainwave patterns, heart rate variability, and skin conductance level tests when Nityananda was healing. The heart rate variability analysis is a useful tool to explore energetic transactions between two subjects. As shown in the graph, shifts in the power spectra signal were recorded in the receiving volunteer during healing by Swamiji, and also when Swamiji was sending healing energy into the room, not specifically directed to any subject. The skin conductance level is a measure of skin conductance to electricity. Sensors were fitted to the fingertips of Swamiji, and during healing, sudden increase in skin conductance level was observed as Swamiji is running energy to deliver during healing. Both heart rate variability and skin conductance level showed that during healing there is increased level of sympathetic autonomic nervous system activity as the energy is focused for healing.
Setting up for the power of body scan, camera, timestamp, Jnananjan, pencil and paper. Let us do a body scan of ourselves. Take for a few moments to set up the camera. Download the timestamp app, click on the video, ensure the time is shown very clearly on the screen. Make sure the camera is facing you with a bright light and a quiet place so you can record it and you can hear it. Please take a few minutes to set up the camera for these great moments. Guidelines to manifest the power. Apply the Jnananjan on your third eye. Bring your awareness to your third eye. Scan your body in detail as seen through your third eye. And write on all the detail. Check with the... After you finish, do a blood test, complete blood test, BP test, other test, and verify the results as you have written about your body. Have the detailed report after and verify with what is revealed through your third eye. If it exactly matches, you have manifested the powers. If you are feeling some Kundalini energy, got some correct, then you have started manifesting. Please celebrate the whole manifestation more and more, and simply you will start manifesting much more clear and deeper. Verify if the video is recorded authentically. Share your video with your families and friends with powerful cognition and listen to others' experience to entangle with them.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg, and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva, sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada, makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me, why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminders. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes this external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shared form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious, beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving. For all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password. And it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nityananda. Nityananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye. Again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone. Nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eye. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. Om Jnananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Paramashivoham, 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 Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Jnananda Paramashivam.
Verification process. Verify that no video editing Shakti Avishkarna power manifestation video. Verify video is not stopped or restarted. Verify all video have a timestamp and a wide angle. No clues or hints to be given during manifestation. No Bluetooth or gadgets used during the manifestation. If you would like to use Aushadha, Yantra, Kavi, Banyan leaf or mirror or Paramashiva Shivla, please go ahead and do so. Apply the Jnananjan. Look through your third eye. Simply everything get revealed. Automatically write down all the details and match it exactly as it is revealed. The order it is revealed, the details it is revealed. Please do not tamper or any of these data after you have finished and while you're verifying. Let's make it more and more authentic power manifestation for it to manifest more into reality. Thank you for manifesting this power.
Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotiyar manifesting power groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnanapaddhati, Nityananda Jnanapaddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nityananda.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham